Namaste Friends. Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I am Shelly. Welcome to day 8 of our yoga challenge. Today's practice is inspired by nature. Yoga, getting into nature. I'm actually at a park and my kiddos are out playing, and there's actually a guy over there power washing, and I'm just feeling inspired that this is a great way to just get in tune with ourselves. And as in life, even when things are chaotic and there's sounds other places, it's a really good challenge for us to tap into ourselves. Just ground into your sit bones, taking your favorite Sukhasana. There's one little grass, we're gonna move him. Oh, thank you, Grassy. And your crisscross applesauce in your favorite Sukhasana. Really rooting into those sit bones, finding length in our spines. I notice a lot, especially with my children, everyone is like sitting like this. So doing your best to consciously roll back the shoulders and maybe just taking a few shoulder rolls here. Feeling what that feels like to be more slumpy versus bringing yourself up like a tree. Sometimes trees are slumped over, but most of the time you see trees and they're working their best to be erect and straight up. We're actually doing homeschool. I'm doing this Waldorf curriculum, and we're doing straight lines and curved lines. So is your back a straight line or is it a curved line? I personally prefer to have a straight line back. Exhaling, rolling the shoulders back the opposite direction here. And taking a moment to put one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And breathing a breath into the heart, raising the heart above the belly. In through the nose. Almost a sigh of relief as you let it go. Raising the heart above the belly and letting it sink. A deep conscious breath into the heart and letting it go. Breathing that breath down into the belly. And if you would, you can close your eyes or look down and allow that belly to grow. This is where we want our belly to be bigger than our chest. Inhaling into the belly. Growing that belly, filling it up like a big balloon, and sighing it out. Breathing a breath into that belly. And sighing it out. Beautiful work, friends. Being conscious in here. Inhaling in. Exhaling. Wonderful work, my friends. Exhaling, raising the arms up to the sun and bringing the hands to the heart center. I'm going to scoot you back a little bit here. I'm the best recorder ever. It's still in our Sukhasana. Hands pressing together, creating a little friction here. Not friction, but a little bit of just feel that push between your body, between your hands. You can either just have a kind of, I would say, a lazy hand or a more active, wide open starfish hand here. Taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. Set an intention for your day. What is it that you need in your life today? And it will come to you, usually the first thought, not the second or third or 10th thought that comes in. Just allowing that breath. My kids are over there picking cherries off of this tree. Setting an intention. My intention right now is to be here and to connect with nature and just absorb this beautiful energy that's vibrating amazingly everywhere. Hands at the heart center. Exhaling, diving forward, palms kissing palms. Inhale, raising up, opening up the shoulders for a soft back bend. Squeezing the elbows in, opening up at the heart space. Exhaling, hello babies. Coming forward for a robin's breath. Tuning into that breath. Exhaling, connecting to nature. Taking 4 of these at your own pace. Deepening the breath into the belly. Opening up the wings, opening up the heart. Exhaling. Wonderful work, friends. 2 more. In yoga, we use breath to join the mind and the body and the soul together. Inhale. Exhaling, allowing the right arm to drop down and just bringing that opposite arm over the head here, expanding and opening, maybe rolling out here. You can roll back, just take a little movement that feels good, coming forward, maybe sweeping around, and just feeling what that feels like in that side body here. Exhaling to neutral, allowing that arm to drop on the opposite side. Inhaling, allowing that arm to rise above, compressing at the ribs on one side and opening and expanding through one side. And slowly just journeying and feeling what that feels like in your body. Exhaling, walking the hands forward, bringing the feet to butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, raising up the spine, creating and drawing energy up from the earth, tucking at the chin, and bringing that energy all the way up. I'm here in nature. I'm sitting on grass, not even my yoga mat. And I can just feel it. It's vibrating and amazing. Finding length, lifting up through the crown, exhaling, pressing the elbows into the legs, coming in, feeling that in the hamstrings, taking a big breath in here, and letting it sink and melt. Big conscious breath in, letting it sink and melt. Inhaling, raising up, giving a little break, maybe flapping your butterfly wings. There's a little squirrel swirling up over there. Exhaling, sinking down, still finding integrity of the spine and the soft tuck to the chin here. Finding that energy and tuning in to your surroundings. Whether you're inside or if you choose to journey outside with me, just be where you are. Oh my gosh, the squirrel has like something big and puffy in his mouth and he's super cute. Inhale, raising up, maybe flapping out your butterflies. Exhaling down. And slowly and mindfully, my friends, coming onto a tabletop position, onto all fours here. I'm going to face you. Exhaling the left foot out, really grounding down through those four corners of the feet, walking the hands around the opposite side here. Opening up the shoulder, opening up the hips like a book. Exhaling for this lateral stretch for a gate pose here. Exhaling, find this beautiful diagonal line here. Really tuning into that body here. Inhaling, maybe dropping the shoulder open. Opening up that shoulder. Taking a moment to just feel what it feels like. Exhaling. And slowly and mindfully, however you want, you can use that core engagement to come forward and journeying the opposite direction here. I'm going to move my hind leg back a little bit. Exhaling, find this beautiful gate pose here. Opening up the ribs on the right side and compressing at the left side here. Exhaling, using that core, finding length in the spine, and allowing your body to come down, finding that beautiful side angle here, and taking a soft, graceful journey as you connect with nature. I'm out here in just the wind. It feels amazing. I love this. Exhaling, feeling that shoulder joint here, and slowly carving and coming back the opposite direction. Really feeling it. If your hips are dropping in, which mine just was, squeeze the glutes and open up the hips, and you can really feel that in the body here. See, we're working through distractions here. Beautiful work, friends. And finding that beautiful gait and coming one more time, finding that strength of the core, sitting that core strength, allowing the opposite arm to drop down. Option to find a soft bind here if you would like. Option to stay here.
Top of the tree.
Be careful up there. My son is climbing the top of the tree. Big tree climber. Exhaling, coming back to neutral, hinging forward at the hips, coming back into a tabletop, and maybe just finding a little movement that feels good. Maybe it's a few cow and cats, or maybe it's just moving those hips or peeking behind the heel. Just find a little movement that feels good to you in your spine, and just notice what it feels like in your left side versus your right. You might be like screaming to balance and find balance, but just feel what it feels like. Let's test ourselves. Opening up the knees wide and long. Big toes together, sinking sit bones back, coming in for Bhaktasana or Balasana, so it could be child's pose or devotional. Allowing yourself just to feel what it feels like in your hips and be okay with that. We oftentimes, I know I strive for perfection in so many ways in my life, and just knowing that it's okay to not always be perfect here, my friends. Taking a big breath into the back of the heart, and slowly exhaling. and coming up. And coming back into that tabletop, exhaling the opposite leg out to the side. I'm gonna fix my camera because I'm the best recorder in the world. You know it, right? I'm the best recorder and you're the best student yogi ever. Exhaling that leg long, soft bend to the knees here, walking the hands to the opposite side. Inhale, raising up, really feeling that strength of that core, tucking in at the glutes here. Exhaling, finding that soft, that nice, not soft angle, a more beautiful side angle here. Finding strength through the core and the body. Slowly and mindfully, if you would like to, you can take a little journey with that arm. Yes, baby?
That moment was actually kind of scary.
You did a really good job. Have a high five. Milo's climbing to the top of this crazy tree right here. Nice work, buddy. You're awesome. Milo's fearless, even though sometimes he gets scared. Exhaling and then rotating that arm in the opposite direction. Really feeling that in that shoulder joint here. Slowly and mindfully. It's so peaceful out here, friends. And whatever that looks like for you, if you want to journey forward and hinge and bring to the opposite side, you may do so. Exhaling. Yay! I love your chairs. Oh, thank you for the chairs. Thank you. To the opposite direction here. Feeling what it feels like here. Okay, thank you. No more. Okay, no more. June, will you push that close button for me? Exhaling here. Gently. Gently. Thank you. Exhaling. Watch out, my Jackie. Okay, finding that gate post. Thank you. It's raining cherries here. Exhaling, and if you would like, you can find a soft, dynamic movement here, or you can just be static here and just feel what it feels like. Coming back to a neutral and slowly hinging with that corset of core strength, squeezing through the glutes. Exhaling, finding that lateral stretch again, and maybe allowing that shoulder to open if that feels good for you. Allow it to come forward if that feels good. Just do something that feels good for you, that you feel called to do. Inhaling, corseting that core strength, exhaling to the opposite side. I know lately I've been feeling like overwhelmed by the load of life, that I've been having to be like, you are doing yoga, get on your mat, show up. And that's why we're doing this challenge, because I'm forcing myself to show up for 30 days straight. Show it up, show it up. And even those ones, the last two ones were late, but I actually still did them on day 6 and day 7. Exhaling to neutralize. Inhaling to tabletop, coming into the tabletop and opening up with a wide starfish hand here. You're just fine. Exhaling and tuning in for Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Really pushing those sit bones back up into the sky. Doing a rotation on the biceps and really opening up at the shoulder blades here. We have this tendency to want to kind of scrunch everything together here, or even really melt our heart down to the earth. Taking in a big, beautiful breath. Inhaling and coming into a plank pose here. Finding that strength and really feeling that plank here. Pushing up through the shoulders, squeezing through the glutes here. Exhaling back to a down dog. This is my favorite variation right now. Inhaling here. Rocking to the plank. Coming in for a chaturanga here. Exhaling and slowly melting, squeezing the elbows in towards the ribs here, where you have this tendency to want to wing out here, but squeezing in. The chaturanga, to do it correctly, is holding that back up halfway down and then flipping up for Adho Mukha Savasana here. Exhaling, coming back for a downward facing dog. Taking this slow and steady, whatever this looks like for you. This is one of those poses where we can really injure ourselves if we don't be careful. So just slowly transitioning into a plank pose, squeezing in at the elbows, rolling the biceps, finding that strength, toning the core. Exhaling, coming halfway down, popping the feet up. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. One more time, booty up high. Ooh, someone's rocking out to some music here. Exhaling, plank pose. Chaturanga, coming down. Urdhva Mukha Savasana, up dog here. Exhaling, coming back. That feels so good. Inhaling the right leg up. Exhaling, putting it between the hands. Tuning that hind foot out. And I'm going to walk back for my camera because I'm the best recorder here. And slowly and mindfully bringing that body up here onto this low leg here. Coming in for another lateral stretch here, but using the strength of our legs here. From this lateral stretch, exhaling and working our way up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Grounding down, pressing to the four corners of the feet onto the earth. Pressing down through our middle finger, finding space between the ears and the shoulders. And taking a moment to just be and feel what it feels like, squeezing in through the glutes and the booty. You have the option to put the hands on the hips. Option to arms here. My heart is beating fast. It's feeling good. Exhaling, bringing only 20% of that weight into that body and finding that side stretch again. If you want, you can stay up here, or if you have a block, or option to come down a little bit deeper, whatever that looks like for you. If you want something a little bit deeper and challenging, big conscious breath, both arms out, really squeezing into the glutes and the hamstrings. I'm shaking, I'm short of breath. Big breath. Who says yoga is for the weaklings? I used to say that. It is not. You have to be strong as a mofo. Inhaling, working through the burn and the stress and the strain. Exhaling, rising up, straightening that front knee out. Still soft bend. Arms to a T, hinging here. Exhaling for Trikonasana here. Shoulders stacking over shoulders. Again, coming from the hips here. Finding that beautiful triangle here. You're doing amazing work. Big breath into the heart option. Soft bind. Open up to the sun. 3 conscious breaths, my friend. Breathing in a breath of peace. Exhaling peace. Inhaling peace. And if you fall out, just get back in. Inhaling peace. One more, you've got this. Slowly and mindfully, allowing that body to come up. Both feet facing forward and just switching. The opposite foot. You're okay, June. Go down slowly. Opposite foot facing the opposite edge of the mat. Or if you're on the grass, it feels good. I love yoga on grass opposed to on a mat. I really do. Grass is like, it has such a good consistency. You're okay. The opposite foot facing the long edge of the mat. Bringing only 20% of that body weight into that leg, or if you want to challenge yourself, don't put any weight into the leg. And you can come up here, squeezing through the thighs, tuning into that front knee and that ankle alignment here. Beautiful work, my friends. Taking in a big, beautiful breath here, squeezing in through the glutes, the booty muscles and the hamstrings. I'm really feeling it in this leg here. Wonderful work, my beautiful friends. Slowly exhaling and allowing the hips and the arms to open up for Warrior 2. Taking a moment to just feel. You can move a little bit here or just find stillness here. I would love to encourage you to take 5 deep breaths. Big, beautiful breath. Tuning into maybe a drishti, grounding and pushing into the 4 corners of the feet. Finding that inner strength, that inner warrior. This is one of my favorite poses. Breathing in strength. Exhaling strength. Breathing in amazingness, because we are amazing. And exhaling amazingness. Inhaling in love. And exhaling love here. Exhaling, straightening out that front leg. Coming in, hinging at the hips. Allowing the shoulders to come shoulder, stacking over shoulder. Soft bend to this leg here. For Trikonasana, a triangle option to stay up. Or hinge here. Jack, that's high enough, buddy. Okay? These guys are climbing this tree, making me a little nervous. Opening up at the heart. He's okay. Opening up the body here. Taking 3 deep conscious breaths. You're amazing. You've got this. You are strong and rooted. You're okay, Jackie. Into the earth. Working through distractions, but making sure your kids are safe. They're in nature. Nature is the most peaceful, amazing way to just start our day anytime through your day. If you're feeling stressed out, get outside. Get some light within. Exhaling and slowly hinging back up. Both feet facing forward. Soft bend to the knees here. June, that's high enough. Exhale, hinging forward here for a wide leg forward fold. Option to ragdoll here. Option to grab opposite elbow. You're just fine, June. Trust yourself, okay? And just be here in this inversion. Just feel what it feels like in your body. Option to let the arms be free. And just feel what that feels like. Slowly rising up at the back of the heart, bringing the heels in, facing the toes towards the edges of the mat here, and coming in for a goddess squat here. And just feel what that feels like in your body, really driving those sit bones down, tucking the pelvis like a bowl, tilting that bowl forward, really pulling in here through the thighs, through the glutes, and just feeling and finding a little bounce, a little movement that feels good for you here. Bouncing, finding a little peace from your surroundings, maybe finding a little free, graceful yoga movement here. I've been painting Kali, and she's the one, and she has usually 2 to 10 arms, and her arms are like kind of crazy. I can envision those crazy, like fiery. Let's do some Simhasana, some lion's breaths here. Big breath into the heart, dropping the jaw, dropping the tongue, rolling the eyes up to the third eye, up to the sun or the ceiling, and releasing an animalistic roar. If you want, you can lift the heels or the toes. Lifting the heels. You can peek to one side. Kali, super Kali inspired. She's just fire burning within me. Now lifting the toes and journey with those Kali arms. Kali, if you have been following me or not, is one of the Hindu deity goddesses, who she's blue, and she's usually depicted as this like kind of crazy woman, but she's one of the most misunderstood deities. She represents the death of our ego self. She's trying to liberate us from our ego self. Exhaling, inhale, rising up, toe healing. Toe healing. I was making sure everyone was okay. Into Tadasana. Grounding into the 4 corners of your feet. You're fine, honey. You're okay. Just take it slow. 4 corners of the feet on the earth. Feet inside of hips. And just be. Allow yourself to feel what it feels like.
Why are you calling me up?
Just be rooted into the earth. I can feel tingling, vibrating, buzzing in my hands. I can feel energy rising around me. Just being in nature and allowing yourself here to find a little bit of stillness in nature inside. June, don't go up any higher if you're scared. Slowly back down. They're up so high. And just allowing yourself to just feel what it feels like. I love Qigong, and there's this movement, and it's just envisioning yourself like a bamboo in the wind. Just letting yourself feel what that feels like inside. You're okay, June. June, why are you climbing up higher? You're okay. Hold on to the branches. And just slowly feeling what that feels like inside.
Yes!
And you can come down to seating. You're okay, Junebug. To seating. Okay, I'll be over there in 2 minutes. Breathing a breath into the heart, finding a soft twist to one side. To Sukhasana. You're okay. Follow brother's feet, Junebug. June, slow it down.
June.
Twisting the opposite direction.
Oh my God, June.
She's okay. June, stay where you are.
June, just put your leg right there.
I love you so much, my beautiful friends. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm grateful for this amazing practice here.
Mommy, look, I saved myself.
Yay, June saved herself. Okay, we're gonna cool down a little bit more because I thought I was having to go save June. So crazy. She got herself stuck up in the tree, and then she figured out her own way. Sometimes you have to just let kiddos be. And just breathing a breath into that heart space. And just tuning in to what's in here, not what's up here and out here. Bringing the hand back to the heart and the belly. Bringing that breath within. Letting it fall. Breathing that breath in. And letting it go. Coming to that intention of connecting to nature. And just expanding energetically. In yoga, we have the anahata, which is this spiritual heart, and it's It's what this whole practice is about. It's spirituality of yoga, and yoga is so much more than just the movement portion. In my teacher training, they taught us yoga is like a pie, and asana, the movement, is just this little sliver. It's about that anahata, that energetic heart. Big, beautiful breath into the heart and let it flow. You can keep your hands up here or bring your hands down on top of your legs. My favorite mudra is the Gayana mudra, just a circle and open fingers. If you're feeling like you're open for receiving energy, you can keep your hands up, or if you feel like you need a ground, you can put them on your knees, or really ground, put them down to the earth. Tuning into that body and that spine alignment, rolling up, growing at the spine. Hi, buddy. You're okay? Hold on. And we're going to finish together with 5 ohms. Om is the primordial sound of the universe. It is the sound of all creation. If you want to know the symbol, it is this guy right here. This is Om. It is very dear and near to my heart and to my wrist and to my heart, which runs up my wrist. It's the sound that no matter what it is we're doing, it will change the frequency and raise the vibrations of the room. And when I do this in my yoga classes that I teach, and it just shifts everything, and you leave feeling blissed out, which is why I name this yoga bliss, because I feel the feelings of I'm high on life, on energy, and I just feel so much love. Finish with 5. Stay right where you are. Inhaling into the heart. Just feel what that feels like. Bring the hands to the heart, opening up your hands like a lotus, and allow yourself to feel. Feel the vibrations that you've created. Feel what it feels like. And if you're feeling nothing, that's okay. I feel so tingly. I feel like I could float up to the top of that tree instead of my kids climbing the tree. Just be present, be where you are. Bringing hands to the heart center. Coming up to that third eye, giving a little rub in a circle in one direction. Reversing. Namaste, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for your practice. And I just have to show you these crazy banana sandwiches who are climbing this tree like wackadoodle. This is Jackie, June, and holy shitty bang bang, Milo is all the way up there if you can see him. Hello, Milo.
Hello.
Hello, Junebug. This is Shelly with a Yoga Bliss, and P.S. Day 1 or week 1 of homeschool is a success, even though it's kind of crazy and hard. But we get to do stuff like this. We get to come to a park and be in nature and take things at our own pace. I love you so much, and just allow yourself to be inspired by nature and get into nature. And just, if you're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed, get outside. Be in the sun, no matter, I know a lot of people like, the sun, I can't be in the sun, it burns my skin. Well, you don't have to go for like ever. Go out for 10 minutes, take a little walk, move your legs, breathe a breath, expand your anahata. Like, look at, how can you be out here and not feel better? Like, hello. I was feeling honestly so overwhelmed before I left my house, and I feel like a new woman. Thank you, yoga. Thank you. I love you so much. Namaste.